You ready?
Yep.
All right. Welcome
to the 𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗁 the Dad Podcast.
Dads talking to dads, learning to be better dads. Laughing at the same time.
Follow, and subscribe.
Yes. Go to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to that. Jesus.
Just drilled myself in the face.
Of course you did. All right, so today's October 4th, but this will be out closer to Halloween.
Yeah.
And this is a very special morning edition filming because we had to reschedule a normal time. Jake and I are going to do this, just the two of us. And let's talk Halloween. That's a big thing for dads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have like any reservations about razor blades in the candy or anything like that? Or is there anything that does work?
No, I got all my razor blades in the candy.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
No, I like to get things done ahead of time.
Yeah. This will be your third Halloween?
Third Halloween.
How were the first two?
First one was good. We were Miss Rachel, Blippi. I was Blippi. I was a good Blippi. I got to send you that picture.
I believe you would be a good Blippi.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I didn't know who he was until like I was buying the stuff.
Yeah.
So, but he's the worst. I tried to like brush up on him a little bit to be in character, and I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's unbearable. Yeah.
Did you do that?
No, I didn't do any of that. I just had to walk around. That was it. I look like him. I'll send it to you, and then you can put it in here. And right when I snap, there should be a video of Jake giving 2 middle fingers to the camera because he never puts anything in.
No, I got you this time.
All right.
That snap is important. That's why. Yeah, it's perfect for it.
All right. One of those has to have you flipping me off.
So what are you going as this year? Are you finally going to do Bill Nye the Science Guy?
No.
Damn it.
Obviously Amelia gets to dictate the Halloween costumes. It's about her. So she wants to be a mermaid. She wants me to be a pirate.
Okay.
Yeah, which I'm down with that.
Sweet.
And she asks my wife.
Don't say Ursula.
Ask is a strong word. It's funny you mention that, but she said a witch. I'm like, we got to have a theme as a family.
Yeah, no, you can't be branching off.
Yeah, like it can't be just separate. But I was actually thinking Ursula because she's going to be like 8 months pregnant.
I mean, it would work. Don't get me wrong. It would work. It would absolutely work.
Yeah.
But you know what? No, go for it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I think it'll fit well. I don't know. That's very Little Mermaid. I don't know where the pirate would fit in, but at least it's sea.
Yeah.
Ocean stuff.
Why don't you just be King Trident?
I could.
Then you'd have to go around shirtless in October.
I'd rather be Sebastian anyway. If we're sticking with the actual...
Yeah.
I mean, of course I'm the prince. Let's see.
We haven't... We walked through like the Halloween store and we were trying to get Harper to like get excited about something. So we thought maybe like a dinosaur thing where she can just like pull her legs up and it looks like she's riding it. She like hates everything right now. She's like, I don't think she's going to put anything on without throwing like a huge fit.
Is she into any Halloween stuff?
No, but like she's really into dinosaurs. So we thought that was going to be like a no-brainer, and that's a no-go.
Maybe she has to see you in a dinosaur costume first.
I want to get one of those big blow-up T-Rex ones and just run around like a lunatic. It seems like it would be so much fun to just like...
I think it would be good. It'd be funny to see you with short arms.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened this week in dadding with you guys?
So finishing up with soccer for the season, which wasn't very long, by the way. It was only like, I feel like it was only like 2 months long from first practice to the last game. We had the last game last night. It's my first year coaching or co-coaching, assistant coaching soccer, which I don't like soccer. But it was fun.
Yeah, it's a terribly boring game.
Yeah, well, it was fun because, kids at that 6 to 7 age, They're just hilarious.
I was going to ask what ages you're coaching.
Yeah, 6 and 7. So my niece and my daughter, Katie, are on the same team, and
Okay.
you know, it's like no matter how much you tell them, like, hey, don't bunch up on the ball, and they'll all look you square in the eyes and they'll go, and then they're all bunching up on the ball.
Yeah. My nephew's like 10, and we went to one of his games when I was up there. So it was.
They're still doing that at 10?
No, it was better
Okay.
for sure. And I remember there was one coach on the sideline that kept pointing where the bolt like was the whole time. Like, and I'm just like, yeah, all right.
Like, yeah, let them figure it
Yeah,
out.
no
It's
wonder your
white.
team's losing.
Dude, I think we went 1, 6, and 2. So 1 win, 6 losses, and 2 ties.
Ouch. Sounds like the teams I was on. Except for we never got one win.
But it was a lot of fun, man. I coached Bryce's baseball team. Same idea, assistant coach.
What age?
When he was 9.
Okay.
9 and 10.
Is there any like glimpse of talent or
Yes.
potential at that age?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there was quite a few. I mean, even at this 6 and 7, there was one kid on their team that was like freaking Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, he would
Italian
just dribble.
immigrant?
He would dribble in between literally everybody. He was not actually.
What was that? That was the movie Kicking and Screaming, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, they had the 2 ringers.
but he would dribble the ball just like one too long. So if he would just shoot the ball, he probably would have had like 35 goals. He'll go one too many and then kick it out of bounds or kick it to the goalie. But even at this age, even at this age, like you can see it, dude.
Yeah, there was definitely a kid on my nephew's team too that was like doing unnecessarily fancy stuff
Yes.
while he was, but never
Just
taking
shoot the
shots.
fucking ball.
Yeah, like, okay, we get it. You can do the little footwork stuff. So I didn't watch too much of it though, because I ended up playing on the sidelines with the other kids. We brought it
Or falling asleep because it's soccer.
Yeah. I just like, it's fun to play with my daughter. Like we'll kick a ball around the yard,
Yeah.
and I have a blast doing that. And we kind of just turned into like a game of keep away,
Yep.
which I think she enjoys it more when I don't let her get the ball than when I do, because
Yeah.
she finds it hilarious every time.
Yeah.
But I've tried. I've put it on. I mean,
No, dude,
like
watching
300
it is if it's
But I
not
can
like
watch a baseball game.
if it's not like I can't even watch baseball, and I love baseball, but I can't
Yeah.
watch a whole game.
Like how? Yeah,
I can in like the World Series. Like, I'm all for it. Same thing though. World Cup, I'm freaking glued to the TV with soccer.
The ball just moves so slow in soccer.
No, I mean some of those goalies can kick it from end to end. So I
It
mean,
moves
it's not-
far.
Oh,
like-
I see what you're saying. It's because the field's so damn big. I mean, it's
Well, no,
wider
I mean,
than a
if-
football field and longer than a football field. which
If
is
you
crazy.
can hit the ball with your head and not be permanently brain damaged, it's not a real sport.
The ball isn't hard enough. I got you.
Yeah, or moving fast enough.
Yeah.
And adults shouldn't play games that end in ties.
Yeah.
Period. End of discussion.
Yeah.
Like,
Why? Did you see the Cowboys and the Packers game ended in a tie?
no.
Even in football? Yeah.
I didn't even know that was an option.
Yeah. It's pretty stupid.
I don't follow football too much.
During regular season, they don't have a second overtime. So nobody has to be declared a winner, which is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
What did you do it for?
What do you mean?
Like the game. Like, what did you
Yeah,
do?
exactly.
You got people running into each other with like the impact of severe car
Yeah,
accidents.
and now what's the tiebreaker like in the division? It's like you both tied. So
in baseball, this year, Yankees and Blue Jays tied.
mm-hmm.
And Blue Jays won the division because they beat the Yankees more through the regular season.
Mm-hmm. Well, in football, they only play each other. Sometimes they only play each other once.
So whoever won.
Yeah, that's
Is it
weird, dude. Well, that's what I'm saying. They fucking tied. The Packers and the Cowboys tied this week on Sunday
Oh,
Night
yeah,
Football,
I guess it's not,
which
yeah.
is so dumb. College football has it made, dude. They do one possession. You start at the 25-yard line, which means you have 2 opportunities to get a first down, too, because 10 yards.
Okay.
Right, so it's not like it's 4 plays and done. So you get a chance. You can't score a touchdown. You kick a field goal. Other team gets a chance to go down and score a touchdown or kick a field goal to tie it and go to second overtime. And then every overtime after that is just 1 play, 2-point conversion from the 2-yard line.
You lost me already. I'm not following. Yeah.
Anyways, they
Yeah,
get
I
to
don't
like
follow
9
football.
overtime sometimes because they're just like,
baseball and hockey take up the entire year. I've got enough. I don't need to devote time to
I
another
get
sport.
that. I get that.
So
I only really care about football. Like as far as watching it, I could watch it every week,
yeah,
as many games as I can. But this week in dadding, what you got?
we carved pumpkins.
Yes.
So and there will be more videos. So
It's gonna be a lot of things popping up.
but Amelia, her pumpkin, which you can show this as well, is just she just like poured paint on it. She poured Elmer's glue on it and then put stickers everywhere.
That's it, dude.
But yeah, she was very excited. I love doing that with her. We did a little bit of face paint this week as well. She's been really judgy on my face painting skills.
Well, what are you making?
Whatever she asked for. But she asked for a unicorn one. That's
Okay.
a tall order.
That is.
You know? So,
How do you, like, you had to draw the whole thing or just the head?
I did the whole thing.
Okay.
It didn't look great.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at this. So I did it again a few days later, and she asked for a frog, which I thought I crushed.
Right.
And here,
Yeah, I need it. Here, we're gonna pull it up right.
the frog I got.
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, you gotta.
I'm gonna build the
Son of a-
suspense.
I take too many pictures of stuff.
I do
not
too.
that. No, I'm just kidding.
That was the taint. The callus.
There we go. So look, there's her froggy.
Yo!
Right?
Amelia, you're being extra critical of Daddy's skills. That's a pretty impressive. I thought you were gonna like show me some green blob that just had eyes.
I've done
pretty
some
solid.
good ones. You know what? She asked for a fish once, and it was so good. And I did it to where like the fish mouth was her mouth, so she kept going like this. And I feel like nothing's living up to that anymore.
Yeah.
So every
I think
time
the
she
only
has
fish
some-
I can draw is like, you remember how they used to like make you draw the Jesus fish like at church, where it's just like a line and then it just kind of loops around and then it connects again.
No, I never drew a Jesus fish.
Well, you know what I'm talking about.
I think I've seen it on
It's
a
like a
bumper
triangle.
sticker.
Yeah. It's like the simplest thing. That's about the extent of my drawing skills. So
Yeah.
you definitely have one up on me for sure. in that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I had. I did not have
If my kids ask for face
athletic
painting,
ability.
if they don't want the entire thing one color, then I'm not helping.
I did one that freaked her out. Like the second one, she wanted to be a skeleton, so I did her whole face. And I was trying to make it look like it was smiling, but it came out like really scary looking. And she looked in the mirror and she's
like the Joker.
It was dark. It was like a darker Nightmare Before Christmas looking type of thing. So that didn't go too well. But so yeah, that was this week in dadding. I'm excited about Halloween.
Yes.
We're catching a little slack for some of our reels and videos on Facebook.
Okay.
Apparently, it's offensive to suggest that we should raise women to respect themselves.
That's offensive?
As opposed, just raise your sons to respect women. Yeah, no shit.
That's the obvious one. That's the one that I'm not worried about because I can assist with that. But that's why we talk about this stuff, y'all.
So
We're asking for advice and
yeah, let me
that's
go
crazy,
to what
man.
this little douchebag. Excuse me, I'm being a little too harsh.
Yeah, people not understanding the reason that we bring this stuff up is as dads, that is our responsibility to worry about how our daughters perceive themselves and
Yeah.
how they, I mean, their self-confidence is important to us, but you know, everybody always says the same thing. Well, that's the mom's job and the dad's job is exactly what you said, but that's not true. I mean, I want to be hands-on. I want to make sure my daughter knows that, well, daughters, all three of them, know that they are loved and they should have self-respect for themselves. And if somebody has a problem with that, then fuck you.
Yeah. So, you know, the premise of the video, the point I was bringing up is the two clear problems we have in society is men not respecting women and women not respecting themselves.
Yes.
And I believe the best path to a solution is focusing on raising women who respect themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And to be clear, I'm not talking about general disrespectful comments people might get walking around in public or something. Like, we're not going to stop. All right, to be clear, no matter what we do, we're not curing people being rude. That's not ending. So what I talk about, or at least what I meant, was the women who get involved in relationships with these men.
Yeah.
That's what we should fix, because it's not good for them. It's enabling for slimy, sleazy men.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
So basically the first thing this guy says, all capital letters, why is the answer not to teach your boys to respect women?
It is, but that's only half the...
Yeah, and that was also a different reel that I already put out. And by the way, when I put that reel out, some dumbass has to go, just teach them to respect everybody. Why is it got to be a specific... Like,
yeah, I mean, there's always going to be somebody that says everything. But there is that's the short answer, and that is, as dads, obviously that's our bread and butter. That's the easy thing, because we live that daily. We can teach, we can show. But with women, when you get respect from your father and you get that intent and that care, that is teaching them to learn what respect is, and that's what we're supposed to do. So it's not on us to raise young men just to do that. You have to be hands-on with both of them.
I think it's not exactly what he's saying on here, but it's like,
it just sounds like he's trying to place the blame on one side.
Well, they're definitely doing that. Yeah. In fact, I responded to that with like, "Why are you yelling?" And then, and I'm like, I said exactly.
Your comments back are so funny, man.
Yeah, but I was like, I said exactly why in the video. It's 30 seconds long. Watch it.
Yeah.
So then he must have watched it, and he responded again. He's like, but why are we placing the burden of betterment on the victims? Okay. Why are we not starting the process with the people casting the disrespect? Even women who respect themselves still get disrespected by men. So that's what I mean. Like, obviously, we're not ever going to cure people being rude. It's out there.
It's the recognition. You're helping them understand to recognize it.
And not gravitate to those men for long-term relationships.
Correct.
That's the fear that I have for my daughter. So saying it would leave men no other options is just false. And I could understand why I wasn't specifically clear in the video, or why you would think that. Kind of, I'm gonna throw you a bone here, because I don't understand why you would think that. Why in the world would anybody think we're gonna end people being rude to each other, right? Women are disrespectful to men, men are disrespectful to women that interact with each other, strangers. If you let a stranger's disrespect affect you to that level, then there's a separate problem.
Yeah.
That takes a while to sink in, but and we can all have moods, and I can react wrong, but for the most part, I don't give a shit what anybody that I don't know or care about personally thinks or says to me. I don't have to interact with you.
Right. And that's what we're trying to teach our kids, is that your self-respect goes beyond just looks, and the way that it's how you carry yourself. It's how you recognize things. So I feel like that's important.
It's who you allow to be a part of your life.
Right.
So that's one of the biggest things that I worry about, because I don't know how to say it, because I know nobody has the answers, but the way my parents tried to protect me from like influences that were bad for me did not work, to just forbid me from hanging out with them.
Yeah.
So
there's a fine line with how to do it, which is why we talk about it so much, because we don't know everything.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure that out.
So, but when he says, why are you placing the burden of betterment on the victims? And I simply said, because we can't control what other people do.
Yeah.
They can only control how they respond to it.
Yep. Figure out their own feelings, figure out their own solutions. Yeah. Yep.
So what are we doing? Are we going to raise our daughters to be victims of the circumstances around them, or take control of how they're treated by people?
Yeah, you can't control other people. That's exactly right.
But you can take control of who you interact with.
Yeah.
So, that's.
I'm honestly I'm glad that people say things like that, because I think that people misinterpret a lot of things, because they want to do exactly what you were talking about. Somebody wants to be combative online. Everybody sits behind a keyboard. It doesn't matter what it is. This is like positive information to have, and somebody's like, nah.
Yeah. Like, I mentioned to the guy too about certainly going to raise my sons to respect and protect women.
Correct.
And we've already released a video about that. This is just another tool to help.
And I got news for you, brother. Not everybody has a son. So, I mean, as dads, you know, you're basically saying, all right, well, it's on to the next guy. No, I want to be hands-on with, I have 3 girls and a stepson. So I already see how my stepson treats women, and I'm very proud. So I'm not worried, but I'm want to be hands-on with 3 girls. Not everybody just has one control over. I just have control over my stepson. That's stupid. That's a dumb way to go through life. To just say, all right, well, this is the only thing I can help with. So, and then my wife, it's just on my wife. What? Right? To deal with the other 3? That's horse shit.
Yeah, I feel like, and I know this is going to be considered offensive, but
everything we do is.
Yeah, what they're saying more is that there's no responsibility for women, which I think is damaging to raise women like that. They're just victims of circumstances.
Oh, yeah. No,
yeah, because he's not saying like, only focus on your sons. He's saying this is a problem that happens, but make those boys change how they act. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
My son will not be disrespectful to women. I can't control every son out there. Not every kid has parents or even good parents.
Mm-hmm.
And they might not have an example of a healthy marriage in their household either.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So don't like that
it's
way
not
that
their
he's
fault
thinking,
it happens to them. It's kind of not, but it's your fault on how you react.
The fact that he used the word victim already, like you haven't even, it like wasn't even a part of any of that. Like they're not just by default a victim. They're human beings and they're smart.
And
it sounds so like fucking patronizing that I'm saying it like that, but I'm trying to make the point that
it sounds so patronizing that he's calling them victims.
The victims, right?
Like what I'm saying here is women, there's too many of them that do not have enough self-respect. So if you don't have self-respect, you're just a victim of yourself.
Yeah.
Like, and then you're allowing yourself to get in damaging relationships that aren't healthy for you. And then you're raising children in this damaging relationship. And then they're seeing
the damaging relationship. Yeah. And it's just an endless cycle. Yeah. Man.
So, you know, I don't know how directly this relates. It makes me think of something I saw for Save the Children. You know, that's a worldwide like hunger charity where people raise money and it goes to every country, anywhere. But a thing I read is one of the biggest things they focus on is educating women, because when women are educated, they typically focus on educating their children, and then the cycle of poverty gets broken. They've shown that that works. I don't know directly how that read, but it just made me think of that. Like if we were focusing on, I mean, the fact is women have all the control. Like not in a bad way, but a good man is raised to protect and provide for his women.
Right.
And, you know, as I said in the other episode, it's not a fight to have things the way my wife wants in the home. When I see it's important to her and the expression on her face, I want her to have that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, happy life, happy wife. I like that.
Yeah. I think I went off a little bit, and I don't really see exactly how this relates. It just made me think of that with
no, I mean it's how you're wired to
how it gets passed on.
Yes.
And that's another thing too. And
Amelia will see that as she grows.
I think I'm starting to see the connection is just basically the mother is the one who typically passes on most of the raising and education of the children. So if you're raising her to respect herself, that is going to keep being passed on.
Correct.
So,
and if you treat her mother the way that you want her to be treated, then that trait also gets pulled.
I like what Dan said when he was on the show that, you know, value your girls, and then that will be the standard for them. And then they'll look for somebody who values them.
So it'll get better, JoJo. I know right now you think that all men tell you that you shouldn't wear that, but eventually it will go away.
Shouldn't wear what? What?
She puts on some stuff that an 8-year-old probably shouldn't wear. She tries to wear like Sam's clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
So every time I like walk in the room, I'm like, nope.
And you were saying Sam dresses like a hoe?
No, I'm saying that it's stuff that's too big for her, and just like she's trying to grow up too quick.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not hating on her. I'm not mad at her. It's just Right now, she thinks
What's
that
the
I'm like the
equivalent of
devil.
that for boys?
What?
Trying to grow too quick. Holding on to that peach fuzz mustache when you're a little kid. Did you do that?
No.
I did that when I was like 13,
No,
14.
because this didn't start, growing until I was like 24, 25.
Yeah, well, I mean, mine never
I didn't
fully
even-
grew, but
I
I
just
used
mean
to
I
get
didn't
that
even have
little
like a
shadow,
I didn't even get
and
that.
I held on to it for dear life.
I was like, I literally had like a baby face until I was like a junior or senior in high school.
Yeah.
And then I finally like made a slight shift
To toddler face?
to toddler face.
Toddler
yes.
face? Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't changed toddler face.
Yeah. No.
I've been in this toddler face for a good 15, 16 years.
Yeah. So yeah, that's an annoying thing though. So I post a video about raising boys to respect women. People have to find a reason to complain about that. I post a video about raising women to respect themselves. People have to find a reason to complain about that.
Yeah, realistically, I just wish that people would respect that this is our opinion and you don't have to
Opinions are
comment on
useless.
everything.
Yeah. Opinions are completely useless. We're actually trying to find solutions
Yeah.
and best
Oh, that's a
practices.
good
We're
way. Yeah.
dads talking to dads, trying to be better dads.
Learning. That's in our mission statement. Learning to be
Yeah.
better dads. And that's I think we've said it 100 times. I'm not perfect. I need help. I'm outnumbered violently.
Violently?
Dude, it's pretty violent sometimes in my house. I'll get my ass whooped. Harper hit me in the
kids.
face with a box of markers today. So I mean, violent is not an incorrect word.
You're in an abusive relationship with your toddler.
She was just trying to get me to open it, and
I know how she gets
I
when she's in
looked
that
away
mood, and I
for-
pushed her too far.
I looked away for just a second, and I got drilled in the face.
Does she say things like, "Why do you make me do this to you?"
Why? Why do you make me do this? No. All right. So
If you can tell, we don't really format anything.
no, we don't. I'm trying to think of anything that kind of stuck with me this week that happened with my kids. I'm gonna be like honest. I'm gonna have a little bit of a positivity moment.
Yeah, I meant to tease you about that. When we do This Week in Dadding, I feel like you try to find something negative.
No.
Because you're like the positive one, I want to say, because this one's the
No.
negative one. I was listening to that in the last episode.
Yeah, no, I feel like I always have things that kind of, irk my nerves,
Well, griping's funny.
and
So
that's what I'm
that-
doing. But yeah, I realize that I don't come off super positive, but my kids are awesome. They're hilarious, man. They really are. Bryce is at a like a church. I think it's a church thing. I mean, it's pretty much a church thing, but he's at like a
Cult?
like a
Kind of like a church.
No, it's called powwow. It's like a camp thing. So he's like learning some life skills, and like he has to put his phone up and things like that.
That's cool.
I'm glad that he's at that age where he can do that, because I do remember when I was younger and I went to church camp, and I came back a different person. And it was just surrounding yourself with positive people. It had almost nothing to do with church. It had everything to do with the people that were there, that wanted to have fun, that wanted to be positive. And it made me like a different person. I think I was 11 years old, or 11 or 12 when I came back, and like that was the turning point for me, even to this day. And it makes it. That's how I feel as a parent now. Like I do want him to go to stuff like that, because I know there's going to be a turning point with.
Is this his first year doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Does he know anything about what he's getting into?
No,
Like
because I mean
activities?
it's kind of like Boy Scouts and like a church program mixed together. So it's
Okay.
like they're teaching them life skills, outdoor skills, but like normal life skills. Like I think that they're gonna like eventually like show them how to change the oil and things like that, as they like things that they can actually use as a young man to be assisting in society.
Good.
So
Yeah, things that build self-confidence.
yeah.
What did we do when I went to summer camp? I don't think mine was church related, but shot a gun. I remember that was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, shooting a rifle, lying down on his stomach, shooting at a target.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would trust any of my kids with a gun yet.
I wasn't like, how old is Bryce? I think
12.
Was I 12? I might have been 12. I might have been around that age. Yeah, because I don't think I was. I could have been 12 or 13. I definitely wasn't in high school.
Yeah. I was pretty young when
Yeah,
I
I was.
shot
I had
my
to be
first
12.
gun.
Yeah, I think it was before 8th grade. Because by the time I was 8th grade going into 9th grade, I was just a full blown little shit.
Me and Tom, we talk all the time, and I feel like we talk all of our ideas out and all of our just what happened to us this week out on the phone. So there'll be a cut here.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. All right, so when you went to yours, what did you do at the camp?
To the church camp?
Was there any other camps that you went to?
No, that was the. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
No, so
How many options do we have to choose from?
just one. No, so I learned like they do the trust fall and things like that, where you just learn to, you know what that is?
I know what a trust fall is. My face might look confused, so I'm trying to figure out how that's a valuable tool in life, but go on.
Well, it's a valuable tool because when you're a selfish little dick like I was, and everything was me, my, and you surround yourself with people who are all almost like-minded, I suppose, and trying to find
selfish little dicks.
And trying to find it. That was just the first thing that popped into my mind, was just relying on other people and seeing that there are other people that are like you, and seeing people trying to bring the positivity out of people that you thought were selfish little dicks that actually are very nice people and very kind-hearted people. But I do remember, one of the things I remember is the Blob. You remember those like, it's like this huge.
I know what the old horror movie is.
No, not. It's like a huge like airbag like on the lake, and you got like people that jump off like a huge high rise.
I've seen videos. I never did it before.
Dude, at like 11 years old. So I'm like a beam pole right now. I think I weigh like 160.
Okay.
So imagine me at like 11. I think I weighed 60 pounds. And there would be like these
6'1".
monster. No, I wasn't that tall. I was like maybe 5 foot.
All right.
At 11.
Were you normal height, or were you taller than everybody else?
I was like barely taller than everybody else when I was about that age. Like I didn't really like start towering over people until I got to like middle school and high school is when I started to really grow, like 8th, 9th grade. No, but they always had like, you know, one of the counselors was he was a bigger guy, but he wasn't like fat. He was like a muscular dude, but he clearly weighed like 190.
So you were saying
200.
he had a nice body.
He could launch a 60-year-old off of a blob like 30 feet in the air, or a 60-pound child. Not a 60.
Sounds mean. He sounds.
I'm kind of out of it this morning, so my memory is just a little foggy. My memory's foggy all the time, but I do remember that very vividly. 60-pound 11-year-old getting absolutely launched by this camp counselor up into the air and just freaking stomach plant, belly flop. But I don't know how that taught me life skills, but that stuck with me.
I'm still trying to find one. So
no, we learned how to like carve things and use a pocket knife and start a fire. And
cut a motherfucker.
Cut a motherfucker for Jesus. You say, quit fucking sinning.
All right, so campfires, just all around outdoor skills.
Yeah, I mean, it was staying in a cabin. You had 6 or 7 other people in the cabin with you, so you had like a team. So you went from being selfish little dick to now you're on a team, and in events and things like that. That's your team, your cabin.
Yeah, teamwork's a good. That's something that I don't do well. So yeah, I try to.
I'll tell you what's very eye-opening is if you aren't a very teamwork-oriented person, is coach your kids in sports, because you have to try to find it in yourself not to like be selfish towards your own kid.
Okay.
So you find yourself like really caring about how all the kids do. And like my biggest pet peeve when I was doing this soccer thing was that they would all work against each other. And I had to like explain to them, I don't mean this in a bad way, like my pet peeve, like anything. Yeah. I was my assisting part of the coaching was to trying to get them to understand that you have teammates, you have people who want to help you, help them, and they'll help you. And it was hard to
Yeah.
get through to him at that age. But I feel like the more that I continue to like help with coaching sports and things like team sports, that is one thing that I will always push because it is a like underlying hidden life skill in there.
That's what I love about baseball, and even watching it is seeing how like the players will back each other up.
Yeah.
So it is postseason baseball. Yankees just eliminated the Red Sox. I'm very happy.
Oh snap.
But there was like a lot of great spots. Like there was a great double play from the pitcher to shortstop at second. But when he went to throw it, it was almost a bad throw. He had to jump up. But I noticed right away, Jazz, the second baseman, was already behind him. So, and then like really the reason why we won game 2 is because of Jazz's base running. So there was a single and he ran from first home. But when he was running, Volpe came out of the batter circle and started watching the ball for him. And he was saying, come, come, come. And then he was telling him, he's like, slide to the outside like this.
Yeah.
And I just like that level of teamwork and all the extra little things. That's why I love watching baseball. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of that in every other sport. You just have to understand the sport and watch it long enough to see all the little details.
Well, there's a thing that I see a lot in football, and these are grown men in a professional sport, and
Crying?
they'll fucking mope, dude. Like when they don't like.
I was
it's
joking.
always- no,
Yeah,
they really
yeah.
do. That they'll make a. I saw Derrick Henry. He fumbled the ball and he like threw himself onto the bench when he was done, like a
Like a tantrum.
fucking tantrum, dude.
I see baseball. They have nice violent tantrums. They'll go in the dugout and beat the shit out of the water cooler.
I
with a
have
bat.
seen that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fun.
Paul O'Neill was famous for that. So
Take it out on the
the steroid era
on
really
the
has some
dugout
good.
phone.
Yeah, I've seen that
Seen
one.
that a handful of times.
Brett Gardner beating the shit out of the roof of the dugout with a bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, there were fun parts about baseball, and I love playing baseball, but 182 games, dude.
162.
162. Well, is that with postseason?
Well, no, but you know,
So
162.
is it closer to 182 with postseason?
20 more. Let's assume. Let's say your team's in the wild card and everything goes to a series deciding. So you got
3 of 7.
5, 7, and 7. So 14, 19, and 20. So yeah,
So 182 games.
yeah.
So if your team is just
I want
tip-top,
365 games.
How, dude?
That's what I want.
How? I can't even keep up with basketball. Basketball's the same way. 82 games of just back and
Yeah,
forth.
but hockey's about the same as basketball, right? That's around 80 something games, I think.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
even know.
Papa
So-
Joe.
But
He's a big hockey fan. He would have that answer in a heartbeat.
hockey's the most badass sport that America has ever produced.
Pretty fun to watch.
Yeah. So
I was not hating on it, but I never gave it any credit until Papa Joe started coming to visit a little more often.
Dude.
He would always be like, "Hey, there's a Rangers game on tonight," and I'm like, "What the does that mean? I don't like hockey." And he's like, "Just come watch it."
Yeah, postseason hockey.
Pretty
makes
awesome.
Every other athlete look like an absolute pussy.
Yeah,
Postseason hockey is vicious. So I didn't mean to bring that up to go into a sports.
I'm sorry.
direction,
Yeah,
but it was just teamwork.
Teamwork,
in general.
yes.
So the building of that, which is why, even though, actually, this is a good question for people to think of. Like, if we all know that sports helps build children with teamwork.
esteem.
Yeah, I'm gonna start that over. So, all right. So we all agree, you know, having your kids play sports is beneficial for a number of ways: discipline, hard work, learning how to get over failure, teamwork, all that.
Taking orders from your boss.
Taking orders from your boss, understanding a chain of command, which is
Yes.
important. That is an important skill in life.
It really is.
What do you recommend for the kids that have no athletic ability and you want them to
Enjoy it.
well, no. To get them involved in something that instills those values. What are the teamwork activities?
I mean, I was
Discipline
gonna say, yeah,
activities.
it doesn't have to be sports.
Yeah.
I feel like there's well, that would imply that they're like maybe musical. I was gonna say there's plenty of things where, you know, band and things of that.
Yeah.
Those
You're
are
typically
all
one or
very-
the other. Like there's very
Yeah.
few people who aren't either
One or the
artistic
other, yeah.
or athletically talented. So
God, that came off so wrong. I'm like, oh, there's nothing else. Like
Yeah,
us.
sucks to be you.
Yeah, you don't have any sports skills.
That's why we have orphanages.
Jesus.
Get out of here.
Get to the KFC.
Yeah. So I say, oh yeah, my wife was like, I don't get that joke. I had to explain it to her, and then she cracked up. So she's not aware that homeless people go to the back of KFCs to get the free chicken. Yeah. How do you not know that?
I've only done that like 3 times. So I mean, it's no big deal.
It's good chicken.
It is. Finger licking good, even out of the dumpster.
Yeah. You want to get grumpy?
Yeah. Do we want to finish that thought though?
What were you thinking about?
What are some other activities instead of
No,
sports?
I'm proposing a question.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm hoping that people will.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
But we can dive into that a little bit. All right.
Well, I don't have any answers, so maybe we should just dive into it. I was thinking.
You want to finish that thought? Yes, let's go.
I
Okay,
thought
I'm
maybe
finished.
you had one. I'm sorry. I
No,
didn't
I
want to
think
cut
band
you
is
off
a good
from
one. I
giving
mean,
advice.
I don't know. So what?
I was gonna say, because then you take another. What if your kid's not artistic and not like athletically gifted? Where else are we going with this? I don't
chess club.
What if that would be like an intellectual thing? What if your kid's a little
All right,
lower
so
on
you
the
have
IQ?
a stupid spaz of a kid with no rhythm. How do you teach them to
So
have teamwork?
specific.
How are we going to teach your stupid spastic kid with no rhythm?
No
Teamwork.
rhythm and no ability with hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, I was close to that. Just to be clear,
Diving.
rhythm. So rhythm was the hardest part for me to learn in music.
That's it. Death diving. You ever seen that? Where they jump off the high rise and they make like a belly flop?
How's that a team sport?
It's not, but it's something that they could
So-
do because they got no skills and nothing else.
Jump off a cliff. This is suicide adjacent. I don't think.
This is terrible advice. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I just want to propose that question.
Yeah,
out
they
there.
jump into a pool.
All right. If you have raised kids that team sports was not an option for them, what worked to help instill those values in them? These are life skills to have, teamwork, to learn how to overcome adversity, to overcome failure, to work hard and push for something. What would you recommend? Please get involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if for everybody who has commented on our posts, I do appreciate it. But if you're thinking in your head, how dare you say that, and you want to type something, don't. Nobody likes you. Yeah.
Hate is a cancer.
That's something I want to bring up, actually, the comment sections. So I want to be clear before I say this. I'm not pro mass shootings. Okay. I had this
shit.
I had this conversation the other
Where's
day.
my seatbelt? I need to buckle up for this one.
I am not pro mass shootings. I'm not pro gun violence in any way that does not involve self-defense. But hypothetically, if I was in a debate club and the subject was mass shootings and I was assigned the position of pro, I feel like I can go to the comment section of a TikTok and put together a pretty good argument in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, a couple screenshots should solve that. People are fucking mean, dude. Just mean-spirited in comments because it's like we said. People get so brave hiding behind a screen.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's no repercussions to me saying this.
Yeah,
they kind of are. You could be viewed as a bag of shit. I love that people are losing their jobs over some of the stuff that's been going on because you have to be held accountable for just being a decent person.
Yeah. No. But I'm for putting it all out there. So when there was a whole stretch of time where they were banning people from Twitter and all that crap, and they were just saying, like, do you want that type of speech circulating? I'm like, let people expose themselves.
Yeah.
Like, let them.
Yeah,
it's a good thing.
You don't have to ban anybody.
Yeah.
People can see them for who they are. And I love it.
Yeah. Would you rather some horrible person just kind of blending in with society? Well, yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah. If you censor their speech or you block them, then they get to blend in more.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like, let them come out of the shadows. All right. Now we should get grumpy.
All right. Let's get grumpy. You want to go first?
First of all, I had to have a positive thing that went off of an old grumpy. This is another positive thing. And then I'm going to get to my grumpy.
Refresh our memory on the old grump.
So the old grumpy thing was, I think it was maybe 2 episodes ago. Somebody turned in front of me, made an illegal U-turn, honked their fucking horn at me like I did something wrong trying to go through the car line when they were making an illegal U-turn.
Mm-hmm.
I shit you not. I was pulling out. This was Thursday this was Wednesday after I dropped the kids off. I was pulling out of the car line in the morning, and that car had been pulled over in the school car line by a cop for doing the same shit.
So the exact car. What type of car was he driving, and what's the license plate number?
A black Escalade. And what?
Like, is anyone surprised that somebody driving a giant Escalade is a complete douche?
It was like one of those moms, the entitlement moms.
Yeah, moms can be douches too.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, we're not sexist here. You're allowed to be douches.
Yeah, everybody can be a dick.
Yeah.
No, but that brought a lot of joy to me. So that was just an extension of my grumpy old man.
Yeah. No. Well. Yeah.
So it worked itself out.
Yeah.
But
Redemption.
what made me grumpy this week? Well, getting hit in the face with the fucking markers was pretty aggravating.
Harper.
I love Harper. Harper's been a fucking trooper through all the shit storm she's gone through this last couple of weeks.
Yeah. She had her whole head operated on.
Let's see here. Man, this is tough, dude.
You know how you're not prepared with a grumpy old man? I flag these things through the week.
I feel like I have things that happen, but I really, really don't have enough things that really piss me off so bad. That
I blame
like
this segment because this started happening to me too. I feel like
I remember it and then I don't like.
No. I mean, I feel like this is a therapeutic venting, and less things are bothering me lately.
Yeah,
I can't remember the last time a traffic incident bothered me. That's insane.
I will say.
I do remember.
This doesn't count as like. I mean, it is. It made me very angry, and that was we were trying to leave Dunkin' Donuts from going down to Harper's Post Op.
Okay.
And when I was turning out, it was like a kind of a tight turn, but I figured I could make it. And the next thing I know, I just hear like this grinding, and there was like a fucking massive triangle, like a divider, trying to like steer people to go this like left and right. You know what I'm talking about? It's
what
like,
do you mean? Like they're going to do road construction? And
no, it's like it's to deter people from turning left out of the gas station.
Okay,
they make you go right.
But
they stuck it right outside of the drive-through. So if you're trying to turn right, you can't even see it. There's a bunch of bushes there. Dude, I thought that I ripped the entire front bumper off.
Yeah. There's a real estate attorney's office that I'm not going to name, but every single time I turn out of their parking lot, I go over the curb. I just feel like it's too tight of a turn, and I either have to choose between going wide and into the other lane, and it's always busy there.
Yeah.
And if I want to stay in my own lane, I almost hit the curb every single time.
I do have one more traffic related thing.
Okay.
It's pretty quick. Coming down Old Ebenezer.
Okay.
Here, there's a branch off, like right before you go to the cemetery. So there's a straight line that you're supposed to take, and then a stop sign that goes to 𝗂𝗄𝗄. So if you're looking at it, 𝗂𝗄𝗄 goes this way. There's a straight line that's supposed to take you to go left towards Lake Oakdale. Or not Oakdale, Forest Lake.
You're losing me with too many details.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't need to know.
But then there's another one there's another little road that branches off for people if they want to go right. But people fucking bypass this by going to the right and then turn left so that they can get out in front of these people right here. And every time that I pull up there, I refuse to be that person. It's probably more convenient, but I refuse to be that person that goes to the...
Yeah, we live in a society.
Yes, that is intended for you to go right. And all the time I have people that go left and they try to cut me, like they try to beat me to it. And every single time I'll fucking slow down and I'll like go really slow in front of them. I'm like, you weren't supposed to make that turn.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I think it's so rude that you're so impatient that you're going to skip 5 people that are in line right here just because you want to get out and try and cut all of them off.
Well,
be a decent person.
You're not the most important person on earth.
No.
That's what gets me about the left lane riding my ass.
Yeah. In your ass.
Yeah. It's just like, I understand
So
that you
much.
want to drive 3 miles per hour faster and I'm in your space of road, but life is hard because I'm not going to speed more than I want to because you want to speed.
Yeah.
So
I was going 94 on the way back home.
That's stupid.
In the left lane, but I didn't even realize it because I was following somebody. And it wasn't just me. It was me, the car in front of me, the car beside him, and the car that was in front of them. We were going like maybe a mile an hour faster than them. And I looked down, I'm like, what the hell? We're going 94.
Yeah, I really don't like to go more than 10 miles per hour over the speed limit because I feel like that's the line where cops won't really bother you.
As soon as I noticed it, I slowed down and got over in the right lane.
So
because you're supposed to ride in the right lane.
So I guess on the theme of things, I'm going to bring up one traffic thing, but it wasn't my original 2 grumpy old men I had. So I'm doing 3 grumps today.
Okay.
Parking lots.
Mm-hmm.
There are some rows that are one way.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like nobody knows that. Like, so when you're in a parking lot, and do you know the 2 different ways that you can tell if that lane is a one-way lane?
Do I know the 2 different ways?
Yeah, think about it. I want, because there's 2 ways.
Well, the line.
One's really obvious.
The line.
The arrow.
The arrow too.
The arrow painted. And then what do you mean when you say the line?
The yellow line.
In a parking lot?
In a parking lot or like a parking garage?
No, parking lot.
Oh, and what way they're angled?
The parking Thank you.
What way they're angled for
Yes,
sure.
because at my gym, the arrows are faded.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand how you could not see the arrow even though they're still there. They're just faded. But
the angle at which they're at is important.
Yeah.
It's like at Walmart. I hate when people go down the opposite way.
You can barely fit over.
They like have to do the 3-point turn just to try to get in there. It's like, dude, why don't you just go down the other way?
I had somebody, as I was going the right way, about to turn in, and I just stared at them. And I did not move over for them to get in. They had to back out and go to the next lane. Because that's really the only place where you can do that is if it's right where they're entering.
Yeah.
So, but
dude, did I say the shopping carts last time? Who brought up the shopping carts?
Somebody brought up shopping carts before.
That's another thing too, is that people leave those in the parking spots.
Spaces. Yeah, I think that was you. Yeah. So, all right. So now the grumpy old man that I was actually thinking. So, when people, instead of saying goodbye or have a nice day, say stay safe or be safe.
Like, I'm glad you said that because my intention was to go get in my car, not put my seatbelt on, pound a couple beers.
It feels like a threat, first off. Like, stay safe out there. Because that's what happened. We're leaving a restaurant. We say bye to the host, and the host tells me to stay safe. I'm like, that guy just threatened me? Like, what do you mean stay?
Do you know something's about to happen to me?
Be a shame if something happened out there.
Yeah.
Accidents happen all the time. Like, there's implications when you say that. Like, you stay safe. How about that? Okay?
Yeah. I mean, you could just respond with like passive aggressiveness back. Just like that. Why don't you stay safe?
Yeah. No, you stay safe.
Don't tell me to stay safe.
And
I'll be safe if I want to be safe.
Yeah, you stay safe.
Stone cold, I'm telling you, that's it. Why are you still looking like that?
Because that's how I'm going to hold it when they do that. So, all right, and then the last grumpy old man is, I don't know if this happened to you, but I've had multiple moms and women approaching me with segment ideas to do something for the moms.
On the dad podcast?
On our podcast.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this is a dad podcast. Motherhood is the single most celebrated thing in the world. The U.S. Post Office sees more mail on Mother's Day than it sees on Christmas. You're beating Jesus.
That's
just let us have this. We have 146 followers on YouTube. Just let us have this. Sam, I'd like to personally invite you to be a guest on our show.
Yeah, I've heard worse ideas. We could do that. Love you, sweetie.